Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about the One Piece card game. I am continuing my spree of OP03 Pillars of Strength uploads with another deck profile. Today we're going to be talking about Bob Gucci himself, Robert Luciano, that's his full name. And this is personally the deck I'm going to be playing most of, I think, in OP03. I don't think it's the best, but I don't think it's bad. But I just love black. I don't know what to say. Committing war crimes is just my bag, baby. Before I get started, if you do enjoy the content, obviously please do like the video. Helps the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. 80% of you are not subscribed, which is ridiculous because I would literally be on like 10k if you did, so I mean that'd be nice. But anyway, enough guilt tripping you about the fact you haven't hit the button. Just hit the button and we're fine. Also, if you're interested in in-depth guides, you should check out my Patreon, linked in the description. Maybe there's a guide on this up there. Maybe it came out at the exact same time this video did. Wouldn't that be a fantastic little bit of organizational wizardry? You should check out that guide linked in the description below. I think it's really good, really useful. There's some very good guides on the Patreon right now. $5 a month. Just go check it out. I really would appreciate it. Okay, I'm not going to show this one as much as I have in the other ones. Let's just go ahead and jump into the video. All right, Rob Lucci. So this is to a slightly lesser extent than Kuro, but still, green kid leader at home. What does he do? Alright, well, your turn, once per turn, you may discard 2 cards from your hand. When an opponent's character is KO'd, set this leader as active. Okay, so obviously, the upside potential on this is potentially a 15k double swing on a kill turn if your opponent only has a blocker. And kind of difficult to just have 11k counter in hand, not that common. So yes, that is a very powerful effect. The downside is you're basically never going to be able to use this during the course of the game. It's really only a kill turn kind of thing. However, it is a very powerful effect, and our leader being CP traded does matter for some of the cards in the deck, so worth pointing out. We play 2 copies of Suru. This is just because it's a 2k counter. Sometimes the minus cost comes up. Usually it doesn't. We play 4 copies of Spandam. This is a top 3 searcher for CP cards, and of course we're playing a whole CP engine, so we do want to be playing this card. Play 2 copies of Brand New. This is a top 3 searcher for Navy, and again we are playing Navy cards, so we do want to be playing this. We're playing less Navy cards than we are CP cards, however. 4 copies of Fukuro. This is the best card for black in OP03. This is really powerful. It is a 3-drop blocker, 3k. Yeah. Oh, you're thinking, oh, it's just gonna get a Marco. No. Cannot be KO'd by effects, which means this is the single chump blocker in the game that is worth playing. All the others are just getting KO'd. So this is really powerful card. This is a 4 of in every single black deck. Moving down, we have 4 copies of Toshigi. This is a 2k counter with an activate main to rest and give -2 cost something. Again, you're typically not going to be using that effect. It's typically just going to be a 2k counter, but it can come up. We play 4 copies of Caulifla. This is a 2k counter that you are sometimes going to be playing to the field. It's a 4/4. It has an effect to draw 2 and discard 2, and then give one of your opponent's cards -2 cost, -2 to their cost. This incidentally does have some very niche random occasional applicability if you if it comes out on your opponent's turn. But there are ways to make that happen, which can be very funny when they do happen, but they never happen. But sometimes they happen. We're mainly playing this because it's a 2k counter and it is searchable as a CP. We're playing 2 copies of Kuzan on play to draw, and on attack you give something -4 cost, just a generically very good card, but space is quite tight. Play 4 copies of Borsalino. Best card in OP02 for black. This is a 6k blocker that can't be KO'd on your opponent's turn, and it's a 4/5 on your turn, which means outside of a jet pistol, it's Bing chilling, so very good card. We play 2 copies of Kumadori. This is a 4/6 vanilla for CP9. We're playing this for reasons you'll see in the future, but 4/6s are quite valuable in this format. Okay, then we are playing 4 copies of Kaku. This is arguably the best CP9 card. This is an on-play. You may return 2 cards with CP in a type from your trash to the bottom of your deck. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. Now, of course, if you have any cost reductions going, this can get very good. If you do play a Suru, if you do play a Tashiki, if you do get a Kuzan off with this. So there's some very powerful synergies there. This card is very strong, and is one of the best ones to hit off of an air door. We'll talk about air door in a moment. We play 4 copies of Blue Note. This is a 5/6 with a 1k counter. Don 1 to gain blocker. Wish you just had it, but anyway. And then on KO, play up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less with CP and is typed from your trash and rest it. So typically off Blue Note, you're going to be playing out your Kumadori, your Caulifla, or your Fukuro, depending on the point in your opponent's turn and the situation. Fukuro is usually quite nice to play if it's the end of your opponent's turn and they're not really doing anything else. Kumadori is nice if it's sort of the middle, and Caulifla if you happen to have a impact wave in your hand and you want to play and you want to do some absolutely hilarious comedy. 4 copies of Sakazuki. Look, lads, what can I say? We love war crimes. Yeah, just being able to nuke a 4-cost or lower, a 5-cost or lower is just really good, especially when so much of the format is 5-cost or lowers. And establishing a 7k body is just also very nice. Yeah, really good card. We play 2 copies of Isho. I love this card. This is an 8/9 with Don 1 on your turn to give all the opponents -3 to their cost. Obviously with Kaku, that's very, very good. With Sakazuki, that's very, very good. It's good with everything. But it has an on play. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, they discard 2 at random. So you can absolutely ruin people with this on play. It is insanely impactful, insanely powerful. One of my favorite cards in the game, because sometimes your opponent just loses their full combo, they lose their counters, they lose stuff they were saving. It can really, really ruin someone. Play 2 copies of Tenko's Kuzan. I think this card needs no introduction for why it's so powerful, but just, you know, being able to pop 5 costs on entry, have that blanket effect, it's just really, really, really good, and it turns on your removal to make it just insanely efficient. Sakazuki is KOing everything, Kaku is KOing 8 costs or lower. You know, it's just really, really, really impactful. And finally, onto the events. 2 copies of Impact Wave. I've talked about why this card is really, really good in the past, but yeah, popping a 3 cost or lower is just really, really good, especially into red. Like, your opponent is very frequently going to have at least one of their chump blocker, or at least a chump blocker, or like a one of the pluses up, so usually you're going to get some value out of this. But obviously in the niche scenario where you block with a blue no, play out a Caulifla, use the on play, give a 3 cost -2, give a 5 cost -2 to the cost, and then pop it with an Impact Wave, it is absolutely hilarious. And finally, 4 copies of Airdoor. This is arguably the reason to play CP. I kind of love and hate this card. So this is, if your leader is CP, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and play up to 1 CP character. Then you put the rest in the trash. And the trigger, you get to play a black character with the cost of 3 or less from your trash. So the trigger is really, really good because you just get out a Fukuro, which is very nice. But obviously the benefit to the CP effect here is you can look at the top cards and you can find either a Kumadori, a Kaku, or a Bluno pretty consistently. 10 cards in your deck is like a good number of them. Obviously, if you find a Khalifa, it's not the, or a Fukuro, it's not the end of the world. Or I mean, I guess Spandam as well. But obviously that feels pretty bad playing out a Spandam for 4. But it is an option. So overall, what do I think of Lucci? I think the deck is solidly like up there as like an A tier deck. I don't think it's insanely powerful. I think it is very, very good. I think it's competitive. I think you can definitely see some success with it. Personally, it is the deck I'm going to be playing the most because I love black and I'm max raritying the shit out of these colors. So I'm really, of this color in particular, so I'm very, very excited to play lots. If you're interested in updates on black deck profiles and all that sort of stuff, you should subscribe to the channel. Of course, this is just a deck profile for you to base your own list off of and then go from there, make any changes you want to. It just gives you a good baseline. So let me know in the comment section down below any changes you think you would like to make. Like the video, of course, if you did enjoy it. So check out my Patreon, linked in the description. The guide's going to be on there. It's very, very good. It's very, very nice. I hope you enjoy it. $5 a month. Come on, guys. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Cheers.